The Blue Carbon Explorer is a new tool developed by the Nature Conservancy in partnership with FAO and Planet to prioritize restoration and conservation of mangroves and coastal wetlands by analyzing changes in biomass and extent, canopy height, protection status, and more. It serves to identify two types of areas. The first being areas where mangroves are stable or growing and in need of protection, and the second being areas where mangroves are degraded or dying off and in need of restoration or threat mitigation. The tool is currently available for the Caribbean, Indonesia, and Papua New Guinea, though we hope to incorporate more regions in the future. In Indonesia and Papua New Guinea, we're using the Global Mangrove Watch extent for mangroves, but in the Caribbean, we're using a mangrove extent layer that was hand digitized by students for TNC in 2020, with the exception of the Bahamas, where we are using our most recent 4-meter resolution mangrove footprint that was derived through an automated process from PlanetScope imagery in 2022 using extensive field validation data. To look at changes in biomass, you can zoom in to an area of interest. So this is Old Harbor Bay in Jamaica. You can select your drawing mode, draw a polygon on the map, and it'll tell you the area here. Turn that off, select a satellite, and I'm going to go with Planet NICFI and use the maximum date range here and run my analysis. So now on the map, you can see changes in NDVI, and on the chart, you can also see that plotted over time. Areas in red show areas of loss, in black show areas of little to no change, and in green shows areas of growth based on the NDVI index. You can also look at canopy height here from JEDI data, and you can overlay protected areas, or benthic habitats, which includes coral and seagrass. Another thing we can do is look at changes in mangrove extent rather than just biomass. So I'll zoom into Bajo Yuna here in the Dominican Republic, draw my polygon, and I'll select a different satellite because NICFI does not have shortwave infrared, and we want to look at the mangrove vegetation index. So I'll select Sentinel-2, use my maximum date range here, and run the analysis. NDVI will automatically show up on the map, but then you'll notice on the legend here, we also have estimated mangrove extent at the start and end date. So I can zoom in a bit to the river mouth here, and the mangrove vegetation index shows what the mangrove extent is estimated to be at the end date, which is 2022, and then at the start date, which is 2018, based on my selections here. And so by overlaying the two, we can see areas that it might be growing out towards the ocean. Another thing that we can do with this tool is look at changes after a hurricane. And so I'll zoom into the Bahamas here to Grand Bahama, where Hurricane Dorian hit in 2019. And again, I'll draw my polygon, run the analysis. So zooming into Grand Bahama here and running this analysis using Landsat 7 with the maximum date range, I can see that there has been a lot of loss of mangroves between 1999 and 2021. And I know that there was a major hurricane event that caused a lot of die-off in 2019. And so once the NDVI chart generates here, we should be able to see that on the chart. Each analysis that you run, depending on the size, you can export your analysis for use in GIS. So you can see here that this exceeds the max size for that option, but otherwise you could generate the GeoTIFF here and a download link would appear. As you can see, the Blue Carbon Explorer provides a wealth of information at your fingertips and can be used for a wide variety of applications. The Nature Conservancy is committed to continuing to develop this tool over time and provide users with additional functionality, such as more detailed information around seagrasses and estimation of carbon sequestration of different habitats. We welcome your feedback and would love to hear how you're using the tool. Please contact us at caribgis@tnc.org. Thank you.